How do I help my horse feel safe? When we talk about horse training, we often focus on behaviour. How do we stop spooking? How do we improve focus? How do we build confidence? How do we create a calmer horse? But over the last few years, Penny has taught me to think about things a little differently. Because before we talk about training, perhaps we should ask a simpler question. How do I help my horse feel safe? Feeling safe is a basic need for all mammals, including us. When we feel safe, it's easier to relax. It's easier to learn. It's easier to explore. It's easier to cope when something unexpected happens, and horses aren't so different. The more I watch Penny, the more I realise that many of the behaviours we like to see in horses are often linked to feeling safe. A horse that feels safe is more likely to rest, more likely to eat, more likely to learn, more likely to be curious, and often more likely to remain calm when life throws something unexpected their way. One of the biggest lessons Penny has taught me is that feeling safe isn't just about removing fear. It's about creating an environment where confidence can grow. For Penny, that includes things like routine, having access to forage, having freedom to move, and perhaps most importantly of all, having friends. Because horses are social animals, relationships matter. We often talk about the 3 Fs, friends, forage, freedom, and I think all 3 contribute to a horse's sense of safety. When Penny's friends move away, she notices. When the herd changes, she notices. When things feel uncertain, she notices. Just as many horses do, the more time I spend around horses, the more I realise that safety isn't simply the absence of danger. It's the presence of things that help a horse feel secure. So if we want to help our horses feel safe, where do we start? Not by trying to eliminate every challenge from their lives, but by paying attention to the things that support their well-being. Do they have companionship? Do they have enough forage? Do they have opportunities to move freely? Do they have consistency and predictability in their daily routine? And when they're worried, do we take the time to listen? Now, I don't think our goal should be to become our horse's entire world. In fact, I think that's too much responsibility for any human. Our horses need to be horses. They need forage. They need freedom. They need opportunities to simply be horses. But perhaps we can become part of the picture. As familiar presence, a predictable presence. Someone who listens. Someone who notices. Someone who helps them feel understood. When Penny is worried about something, I try to acknowledge it. When she's curious, I try to encourage it. When she tells me something matters to her, I try to pay attention. I don't always get it right, but I think our relationship has changed because I've started listening more. And maybe that's one of the most important ways we can help a horse feel safe. Not controlling every situation, not making every decision, not expecting perfection, but showing up consistently enough that your horse learns they can trust you. For me, that's become one of the most rewarding parts of this journey. Not creating a horse that obeys me, but building a relationship where Penny feels comfortable enough to be herself. Because a calm horse doesn't always need more training. Sometimes a calm horse simply feels safe, and perhaps that's a question worth asking ourselves. Not how do I get my horse calmer, but what can I do to help my horse feel safe?